Hi, Jesse.
Oh, Tom asked a serious question.
I wasn't joking.
No, I thought he would have been trolling on the question.
I wasn't joking.
What did he ask?
Alright, so Shaky, best Ness
In the world.
in world ever,
Who the
asks,
fuck his foe?
how do you balance your playstyle between being aggressive or defensive without letting it deter your gameplay?
Deter.
Wow, you were an English major!
Was. Keywords.
Wow.
Wow. Shaky knew what he was saying.
He went out of his way.
English.
He went out of his way. He used Google Translator on the whole nine yards.
He went
So
to the,
grammar.
He went to the
Much
SAT
English.
book.
Wow.
Alright. So, okay, how do you balance between being aggressive and defensive? Do you have something?
I just don't
I'm not laughing about that anymore.
play the way you want to. Like,
Play the way you have to?
play the way you have to. I mean, like, don't just. If you're gonna be like, you can't just be defensive and hold shit all the time. You'll get grabbed or stuff. Like, try and mix things up. Walk up. Don't be afraid of your opponent. Like, yeah, you might get hit. You're not gonna die.
Oh well.
You just-
Unless you're at hypertime.
Unless you're Snake.
But like, no, like, just try and experiment with your opponent. You have a whole set, not one match. Like, I feel like you have to like know how the player is gonna like choose. Like,
Yeah, like, it a lot of times it comes down to how good they are against those certain styles, and it's up to you to kind of figure out as you go what styles work better against what player. A lot of people will try to figure out, okay, well, what is the best way to not get hit, but there's also what's the best way to hit. So it is up to you to kind of figure out as you're playing which style works better against which player. Some players fall more to pressure, they crumble more to pressure. Some, like when you apply it, some players actually crumble more when you give them too much space. When you camp them, they may be a little bit weaker at getting in on you.
they'll be approaching and just throwing out
Yeah.
things because they're getting really angsty.
Yeah, those are very impatient players, and you can pick on that. Or there are players that don't know how to handle pressure that's being applied to them, and players like Nairo just feed off of that forever. So you should figure out which one kind of gets to your opponent more and spam it, I guess.
The way that I see it is that you just gotta figure out your flow. If you have a flow in your playstyle, you can pretty much switch it on and off between being aggressive and campy. And obviously, having the game knowledge and the smarts to know when to go in and when to stay back.
And that just comes from playing over years.
Yeah.
You can't just learn that now and be like, I got this.
Yeah,
That doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, I think one thing about getting better at Smash that a lot of people have to understand, or about getting better at pretty much anything,
You can't just training mode Smash.
It's gradual. It's very gradual. Like, none of us got to where we are overnight, or even in 1 year. Like, it took time. A lot of time. And it's something you kind of have to respect and understand that you have to do that as well if you want to get to that level.
Yeah, and be
It's
proud of your
possible.
growth too.
Yeah,
Because
it's
any
possible.
amount of improvement is good.
Yeah, that's the most fun part to me, is getting better.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was
we
a
have-
fantastic question, Shaquito.